Hey guys, this is Caroline from Caroline Plans, back with another video. Today we're going to be looking at my weekly spreads from January. So let's get started. Okay. Okay, so this spread is for Squad Life, and I did a plan with me on it. And I did the plan with me about the 11 goals that I have for this year, and so far many of those goals are going really well. And on the side, I started off with how I spent my time unplugged, so what I did without electronics, and then I had 3 habits right here. I started off with writing about the AA meeting that I went to, the topic that I had, and then I wrote about some of the games that we played at the game groups that I go to. I like to go to board game groups 2 or 3 times a week. And I wrote about my different workouts at the nature center. And I've used a remember sticker in my wellness planner for affirmations. So you can use these kind of stickers that are for like a daily planner in your wellness planner. You can just like kind of try to find a spin to them. And I wrote about what I want to focus on for the week. I have I have another remember. I have a gratitude list, things that I'm grateful for that week. I also went to a knitting group in New Jersey that I enjoyed. So I wrote a little bit about what I did that day. And then I wrote about more of the games that we played and what my joy of the day was. Okay, for the next week, I used mostly the Pastel Mega Book and the Colorful Boxes book. And I started off by on the side writing out my gratitude. So every day I would write a few on my gratitude, like the nature center, therapy, books, gaming, relaxing, just anything I could think of from that day is what I usually like to do. And I also wrote about my clean and purge project, where I'm trying to clean out my entire apartment, which I did all in the beginning of January. I was able to do that. And I wrote about my dietitian appointment, where she wanted me to take a day and have half as much coffee as usual, which is very difficult, but overall I was doing well. I also used this spread for some journaling, and I wrote about overall for the week what I did. So the times I worked out, the gaming groups, seeing the dietitian and therapist, going to a meeting and reading with my sponsor, and almost finishing cleaning and decluttering. And of course I wrote about all the different times that I went to the nature center, and I wrote about the AA meeting that I went to with the topic God of Our Understanding. And I also went bowling that week, so I had a pretty fun week. Okay, this spread I really like, and it is from the Wellness Accessory book, the new one. And the company of the washi that I use, it's a new company. Grab it. It's called MG City Masking Tape. So that's the washi that I use, that's orange and blue. I love how it turned out. So I started off by writing the steps that I took for the week on the side, and then some of my goals. And then I have my habits over here also. On Tuesday, I have my gratitude, and I have top 3 things that made me smile that day and how I was feeling. So these are from the wellness stickers, and this is actually a post-it note that I glued onto the spread, and this is like part of the notepad that came with the accessory pack that I just glued onto there. And I also wrote, how well did you eat today? I gave myself a 4. I wrote about what I did that day. Again, I write about the meeting topic, and I write something good that happened that day, so a little bit of journaling, how my sleep was that night, my daily gratitude, what I'm loving about myself, my perseverance, my wellness to-do list, and another workout at the end. So I always write about my fitness, and I always write about gratitude, and I like to get my steps off of my Fitbit. Okay, so next for this week, I have the teacher and student sticker books that I use because this is my first week of going back to grad school. I'm a social work student for my master's at Rutgers University in New Jersey. So I used the sidebar just as it came with the extension pack. This whole thing is from the Wellness Extension Pack. So I wrote, how did I honor myself? Going to the spa and pampering. My goals, positive word, reading, listening to, feeling, and watching. And I also wrote about my fitness every day. So how many steps I walked, how many miles. I did a little bit of journaling about what I did that day, got coffee with my friend, how I did on my quiz that day, my different plans, and then I did like an overall checklist. So there was a lot of journaling this week. This was a little bit of a tough week because I was struggling with a lot of anxiety about my medication changes that were coming up, lowering a lot of medication. So I was struggling a little bit, but I was talking to people and trying to stay busy and just trying to stay grateful and positive. Okay, and last we have the New Faith sticker book. So I started on the side with gratitude, so it came with the gratitude stickers. And I wrote on my heart what I talk about in therapy, some more of my fitness, what I talked about at a meeting, my prayer today, so God to help me get through this time of change and transition. And then I started writing about how I was doing with less medication, so some of the symptoms that I was having, some more of the fitness, and a blessing I had was that I slept well that night because I was afraid I wasn't going to sleep well with less medication, and how I did that with keeping up with my night routine here, which is drinking sleepy tea, going through my planners, my devotionals, and writing in my journal, and I pray every night also before I go to bed. So also a good word for me would be courage during this time, what I'm rejoicing in, and what I did that day. And I just want to show you guys really quickly. I used a dashboard layout for my monthly spread. So I also tried to experiment with the weekly dashboard layout. So I started here by trying to do a brain dump and what I accomplished. And then I just started writing about all the different games that I have played at the game groups or with my family. So that's how I've been using this dashboard layout right now. And that's how I've been continuing to use it. And I really like how it's turned out. I hope you guys like my weekly spreads from January. Stick around for more Plan With Me videos and some more vlogs that I'm putting together. Bye!